Hello and welcome to watchandlearnphotoshop.com. In today's tip, I'm going to show you how you can make a simple motion type of effect using Photoshop. So let's create a new file. I'm going to make this about 600 pixels wide, probably about 200 pixels tall. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to import an image I have of a coin. So I'm going to double click on the stage here to open up a new file. And it's on my desktop and it's called heads.jpg. And this is a JPEG file and it's just a picture of a coin. So I'm going to copy this and paste it into my PSD file here. So with that heads.jpg image selected, I'm going to hit Control A to select all, Control C to copy it, and in our new file we're going to hit Control V to paste it. There we go. Alright, now what I want to do is to create an effect like this has just kind of zoomed into place here. So we're going to move this off to the right. And what I want to do, first of all, if we make this background invisible, you'll notice this image has white corners on it. We want to get rid of those corners. So under the erase tool is a magic eraser tool. And we'll just click on those white corners and it is magic indeed. It'll just get rid of those white sections. And there we go. Okay, now let's make that background visible again. Alright, we're going to create another layer underneath this layer 1 layer. So I'm going to click on the background layer and click on create new layer. And this is where we're going to put our blur. So what we need to do first of all is we need to make a selection of something in layer 1. And we're going to use, underneath this marquee tool here, is our single column marquee tool. I'm going to select that single column tool and I'm going to click right in the center of the coin here where it's at its tallest. And once we have that clicked, I'm going to hit Control C to copy. And then we're going to go down to layer 2. Go ahead and make layer 1 invisible for now. Go back to layer 2 and hit Control V to paste. And you'll see we've just pasted a little sliver of a picture here. And what I'm going to do with this picture is I'm going to hit Control T to transform it. And then I'm just going to drag the left edge of this like so and hit enter. Alright, now we can make that layer 1, the coin layer, visible again. And there we go, that's the basic effect. Now you'll notice it's shifted down a little bit, so we're going to choose this layer 2 layer and choose your selection tool and we'll just nudge that up with the arrow keys. There we go, now it looks like that has zoomed into place. Now we want to give it a little better effect here. It's still kind of bland like this. These stripes here are a little too bold. Let's blur those out a little bit. So with layer 2 selected, I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And let's bring the radius up a little bit until we get something that looks good. Alright, that'll work. Another thing we might want to do is make this a little more transparent. So we're going to bring this opacity down a little bit, like so. Alright, now there's something else we can do here. If we want this to fade off, to be strong right here when it's next to the coin, but kind of fade off as we go to the left, we can just add a mask here that's going to get rid of that. How do we do that? We simply, with layer 2 selected, click on Add Layer Mask, and then we're going to use the Gradient tool, and with black as our foreground color, and white as our background color, black are going to be the colors that are going to be erased here. We're going to drag from left to right, because the gradient we have chosen is a foreground to background gradient. That's the one that's selected by default here. We'll drag that across, and you'll see that everything over here to the left has kind of faded, and it gradually fades in as we get closer to the coin. There we go. And that's basically how you create an effect of motion using Photoshop. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you.